All right, so this is gonna be more of like a more of like an unserious video because what I wanted to talk about today is basically you can punch the archons, you can punch your spirit your spirit guides, you can like beat the shit out of them because and I haven't encountered this a lot, but in a lot of my dreams, sometimes I'll encounter like annoying entities and like okay, like the first time this ever happened was I remember I was getting like followed by like two jester clown entities, and like I remember like I set one. I was like semi lucid in this dream, but like I set one of their like skin, like one of them on fire or something, right? And like like one of them was set. Like I set them on fire with my mind, and like they jumped down the stairwell, and the other one was like sort of scared. Another time, I banished an entity into a void as punishment for entering my dream. Another one, I encountered this guy who was shapeshifting into a reptile, and he fucking I transformed him into Crocs, and I just kept kicking him against the wall for the rest of the dream. But but okay, so but yeah, I mean like you basically can like this like the whole quote unquote spirit guides, the beings of light, the archons or whatever, they're very punchable, and you can use your imagination to, to essentially just like beat to just bully them, right? And this is something that like I hope to do like once I learn how to like astral project, because I'm trying to like get the hang of lucid dreaming first, and then like I'll probably get into like astral travel and stuff like that. But like once I get into the astral plane, to be like really cool to like bully like a bunch of gray aliens or something, just like give them a swirly in like an astral toilet or some shit. but but yeah, I just wanted to sort of say that as like I mean, there's no reason why the so-called quote unquote spirit guides or the archon or like the archons shouldn't be like punchable, right? And especially like the reptoids. I mean, like the fact that they exist with some sort of solidity on. Like, of course, they exist in other dimensions, but they try to interact with this dimension. And one of the things is that they say, oh, but they're non-physical entities and they seem like invisible like entities, right? But one of the things that's interesting about that is that if you were in their dimension, um, they would be just as solid as you are right now, and it's just in another dimension, right? And another thing that like like I sort of want to like talk about is like how basically what one of the things that I do is, and then this is why I never encounter a lot of like like entities or anything like that in my dreams, because one of the things that I do is like I literally visualize like a psychic barrier around me like at all times, and like I literally stipulate like, oh okay, like no entities are allowed in my dreams, none of this like none of these entities are allowed in my dreams. You're not allowed to interfere with my thoughts. You're not allowed to like, and even like my room and like the entire like house or whatever. I just like, oh, I'm like, this is like my airspace or whatever. And anytime that and so sometimes I do struggle with like intrusive thoughts or whatever, but like I do imagine like having like a sea urchin like shield or something. Like, it's all based on like the power of the imagination, right? Because I mean like because I mean think about it this way: if your imagination affects um things in the dream state, it affects things in the astral a whole lot more. Like your thoughts manifest with more clarity when it's like when it's on the astral, when it's in other dimensions. So I mean, it would follow that if you visualize like a spiky sea urchin sort of shield around you, that you're just like stabbing everything that they might get stabbed. So that's another way that you might make the like the archon sort of like punchable, so to speak. But like a lot of it is like okay, when you're in your dreams or whatever, like conditioning, because literally like my knee jerk reaction to any entities that are like entering my dream or like harassing me or whatever is like it's literally just to like set them on fire, to like beat them up, or to like banish them to like a void or whatever, to like stab them or whatever. And I think that like subconsciously conditioning yourself to be like, oh okay, it's a lizard person, it's a wedge, go away, like having that like knee jerk reaction is like really important. And it's really and it's really useful too, because even in like the moments where I'm not lucid in my dreams, I still have that sort of subconscious reaction where I'm just you're just like just like stabbing them with a knife or something. But yeah, I mean, and especially like if these entities sort of greet you with like the tunnel of light or whatever, then I mean you can definitely like um I don't know, like do like a bane or whatever. Just like if there's like a little like gray entity with like a big ass forehead, you can just like grab, like give me your fucking forehead. You just like lift them up and like do a bane, just like crack him like a glow stick. And definitely, and people say a lot of times in like the new age religions and stuff like that, they say violence isn't the answer. Don't be like, no, 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 violence is the answer. Like if you punch them, they go away. You know, like if you and this is I think that's also a reason why not a lot of like these like entities show up in my dreams, because and I mean like half of those like instances might not have been entities, they might have just been dream characters from my subconscious, but I do believe that these entities can try and interfere with your dreams and stuff like that. So I mean, but I mean, it's like actions and consequences. Like that's like the reptilian brain is like, do what I say or bad things happen to you, and so there's no sense like bargaining with them. You just literally just have to like beat the shit out of them, and you can bully them, right? And obviously these entities are ontologically evil, and ontologically, what I mean by that is they're evil by nature, right? So I mean, like anything you do to them is really like not a big deal because I mean, like they literally and if you look at like how like why pedophiles run the world and stuff like that, I mean they literally feed off of negative energy and they feed off of children and like the adrenochrome and all that stuff. So I mean like giving them a swirly into an astral toilet, just like using them as like a punching bag, no big deal. I mean, yet again, people say, "Oh, violence isn't the answer," but that's like that's a program which makes people into like wet lettuces, right? So they don't fight against this invasion, right? Um, but yeah, I'm just I just wanted to sort of express that like, oh, okay, like you can punch the archons, you can like bully them for sure. I've done it in my dreams for for sure. Like if and it is something that you can do, and I would recommend anyone watching this video to just like get interested in like the dream world, because the dream world is it's literally like your own pocket dimension, it's your own mind. So and learning how to control your dreams I think is really important, because it's literally like you're going into your subconscious mind, and you might be able to remove programs that might have been installed in you, like either in the education system or energetic implants and all that other stuff. um but yeah, like taking an interest in dreams and like developing that sort of subconscious reaction of like, oh, if there's any entities or anything else, then like having that knee jerk reaction of just just witch, set him on fire. Just like having that like having that reaction will definitely like ward them off, because it's like, oh, okay, if we interfere with this guy, then he's gonna like set our skin on fire or something, or or is it like turn me into a pair of Crocs like like that one time, like I said. I mean, it was literally like a guy. It was like a weird fucking dream. It was like this guy who looked like Yakub or something, and then he started getting like possessed by a reptile, and so like I literally just started. I literally like mentally turned him into a pair of Crocs, and I just kept kicking him against the wall. It was weird. And also like David Icke was in the fucking dream too, but I don't know. That's but 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 yeah, I mean, you can bully the archons. The archons are punchable for sure. So don't be scared of them. Just just punch them in the face and bully them until they go away. Uh, that's the video.